What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to more Black Desert. So, if anything looks weird, it's because my camera, apparently, some of the settings got changed, and it's a little bit wonky that I probably have to fix a little bit later. But anyway, let's go do this. So, today, actually, we have our weekly reset for the 10 Comma Sylvia scroll thingies, and we're gonna go do that again. So, yeah. BDO lately has been, I wouldn't say I'm bored of it, but I've been watching a lot of videos of other like content creators and streamers, flagship channels, and some of my guildies, actually quite a few of my guildies, are getting burnt out of the game. They're not quitting, but they're just like not playing as actively. And it's actually something sad, like when you've been playing with your friends for so many years and then they're just like, oh yeah, we're taking a break from the game. Even though you might not think it affects you, or BDO is like a single player game for the most part, it still kind of does affect you. Your friends are gone. But yeah, saw over the past few months some big streamers announce that they're quitting and are taking a break. Still pretty sad to see, and yeah, hopefully they find a new game that's fun for them. I've been trying to play around with different MMOs lately, and it's not quite the same as BDO. There's just something about it. It's pretty fun. I think the best way I could describe BDO situation right now, or like the state of the game, in my opinion, is if you are a new player, the game is probably super fun. I wish I could trade in something that I could have the same amount of fun that I did back in 2016. Well, maybe not 2016, 2017-ish. When I was a new player, I had a lot of fun with this game. I enjoyed grinding. But yeah, right now, I think as a veteran player, there's just not much to do. Like, in general, it's the same thing whether you're a new player or not, but I don't know, just going around, collecting all the new nodes, discovering new areas, that was pretty fun. Grinding for energy and whatnot. I know I'm not even close to the cap, but the places I'd have to go to find new energy and all this stuff is just like, why? So, I don't know, there's just a lot of quality of life things. I think over the years, I just got bored of running around in circles grinding, and I think that's pretty much it. Like, there's just not a lot to do as a veteran player, but like if you're a new player, season, all that stuff, it's probably really good, especially since they have a lot of catch-up mechanics these days, and just, I don't know, as a new player, you have a ton of stuff to do, but late game, you start realizing it's actually more annoying and tedious. Like, your goals are collecting and grinding for money, and, I don't know, enhancing if you don't buy your gear. It says, like, here, for example, here's where I'm at right now. One upgrade for me would be, like, accessories for pen, and those are like 80 to 100 billion. On average, most people grind like 1 to 2 billion silver a day. Well, that's not on average, but like hardcore grinding, selling everything, you can make like 1 to 2 billion a day. If you're life skilling properly, make probably the same thing as well. And even then, that's going pretty hard, and that's still gonna take you over a month to get one upgrade. You know what the worst part of that is? It's like, even when I get an upgrade, it's more just like a, hey, I got the upgrade kind of thing, not that it really matters. Alright, hold on, let me go do this quest real quick. So yeah, like, and they have repeat events and stuff, which is cool, I guess, for all of you who are doing it for the first time, but for me, it's a little less fun. Also, yeah, this is something I really got to fix with my camera later. It's like super dark, so if it looks different, I apologize. I'll try to fix it later. I think dark parchments with that works. But yeah, just like the state of the game, PvP is not balanced. We already knew that. Are they trying to do anything to fix it? Slowly, but it's like, it's not going in the right direction. The way... So here's the thing. I think a lot of us, we just want new content, right? Like here, like... how do I say this? That Ataraxian thing they added, I feel like that was a dead on arrival thing that they introduced to the game. When I did it, it was really unintuitive. I didn't really understand how the spawns work. Like, you can even watch my videos. I'm just like, okay, I'm in this circle. It tells me to go here. And then I'm waiting for random ads to spawn to kill it. And it just didn't happen for like, I don't even know. But yeah, it's just one of those things. It's just, there's a lot of quality of life changes that I could probably mention. PvP is not balanced. And the one thing that I don't think they're ever going to change is more just like, they come out with new classes every few months or like every season or something like that. And that's not really what I want. I'm looking for new zones to discover, new areas, and more than just grinding. What am I doing again? But yeah, it's just like they come out with a new class. It's either broken, strong, or very underwhelming, and then they buff it out the roof in a few months, and then it makes older classes kind of irrelevant, which is kind of sad because re-rolling is kind of either expensive money-wise or extremely time-consuming. So it's one of those things. I wish instead of coming out with new classes every month, they would just come out with like, you know, new areas and new stuff to do. Like, I even remember when they mentioned that they were going to come out with new life skills. Like, there's this climbing one, which didn't really sound that fun, but like the idea of a new life skill would be pretty awesome. And some more stuff in general, not new classes. Also, I saw some other videos of people mentioning how, like, there's a lot of hidden modifiers. We already know this game is RNG, and I'm gonna be honest, there's a lot of pay to win in this game. You can pay your way to full pen, doesn't mean you'll be good, which is a good thing, I guess. But still, like, the amount of hidden multipliers and damages that classes do to each other is pretty stupid. If you look at your skills and just read the tooltip, you'll know it's not like a normal thing. All games should have something similar to, like, your PvP damage is reduced by X amount in, well, like for PvP, but the way they do it, it makes it so some classes have higher multipliers than the others, and it's not balanced. They really just need to sit down for about like a year and then fix it. I would even be okay with a full rework if Pearl Abyss was just like, yeah, I'm gonna look at all the classes, and then I get that they're supposed to be different, but like some of these abilities, if you just look at it, damage minus 40% for PvP only. Where does that number come from when testing? What are you testing it against? At this point, everyone's gear is so stacked, and it's just not really that even fun. There's also one thing in this game that it's really only this game where FPS equals DPS. I get in shooter games that matters, where like reaction time and all this stuff, but this game is literally just like whoever, I don't know, it just favors people who has more FPS and all that stuff, which for some classes like Soric and all that stuff, where you could literally just iframe and desync out of it, it's kind of stupid. So balance testing, even with numbers, probably wouldn't help that one. So yeah, there's just like, I don't know how to explain it. If you're a new player, you'll probably have a lot of fun just playing through the game, but as an endgame player, when you're trying to figure out how to min-max and all this stuff, it just becomes less fun. And if you're just grinding, eventually you just kind of get bored of grinding circles. You want to do something else. So that's just my take on it. I'm still, like, I'm having fun with the game. I'm not full burnt out of it yet. But some parts of it is still kind of, it affects me in a way. I know this game is mostly solo and you do whatever you want on your own time, but the fact that Korea still gets their stuff first before NA and EU and all the other servers, I always thought ever since they would come out with a, like, Pearl Abyss is self-publishing everywhere else, I thought everything was going to get released at the same time, but that's not how it is. Korea still gets it first. So like, what's the point of having a global lab if you're still gonna give it to Korea first? I don't really understand. But anyway, that's just a small thing. Yeah. And it still affects me in the way that friends are getting bored. A lot of big streamers are getting annoyed at the game, and I know there's a partner program, but like, if the Pearl Abyss isn't even really listening to them, you know, it's insulting flagship channels of the game, content creators. Where are you going? But yeah, and overall, I've had a lot of problems with this game. And just like a lot of small things annoyed me to the game, but eventually they started piling up. And I was just like, oh, I can ignore it. It's not that big of a deal. But when it's like one after another and they never get fixed, eventually all those small things that you have an issue with just gets to you. So that's the state of the game for me. Not burnt out of it, but there's still a lot of stuff I would, you know, recommend that they would fix. Dude, where is this thing going? Why does it keep running around? I could go off on an entire rant of like everything I want changed. You've all heard it before. Where did the boss go? What in the world? Better gear. Try and equip it now. I wish you could. Can you turn that off, actually? That was one thing that they added recently. Well, no, it's not new. It's been like you have better gear. That's been there. But that notification used to be able to, you could like, it would be at the top of your screen and then you could just ignore it. Now, when you, I don't really understand where they get you have better gear from. Like, I get that Nuver has more AP than Gudam. That doesn't mean it's better. One of those quality of life fixes. I wish they would get rid of this Rift boss, by the way, because it just runs around too much. I like stationary boss fights, even if they have a lot of mechanics. I like that more. I'd rather have more mechanics than chasing after bosses. Look at Final Fantasy, for example. Alright, boys, week 2 of doing this. Let's see, does this give me anything worthwhile? I think it just actually got baited again, doing 10 of these. What did I get? Alright, let's see, I got a... What did I get? A Guardian Spirit Stone, trash. 39 Weapon Stones, 53 Armor Stones. 273 Hunter Seals, 5 mil, and 1.5 million or 1,500k bars. Was it worth it? No, that was not worth it. I'm pretty sure it's actually better to run them individually. But the thing you get out of running these 10 scrolls at a time is you get to save some time. Yeah, it is, not sure if worth kind of thing. In other game news, though, or BDO anyway, we watched that fake uniform video yesterday of him blowing up his account. It's actually like, he was not the kind of person that I would expect to quit this game so early. Like, I've seen his streams and he seemed like he was having fun still, but apparently not. I know back when we were all in the Cacao Games partner Discord, he had a lot of complaints about it, and he was one of the few people that actually spoke up about a lot of complaints that, you know, never got fixed. But I always thought of him as like one of those flagship channels and one of those flagship partners that would get stuff done, but Prolobus didn't even, they don't care. But anyway, yeah. Hopefully, the rest of the year, Q4 is when a lot of big games come out, and hopefully MMOs usually have the most exciting content at the end of the year. I know all the other games usually have new regions, new zones, a lot of new quests, big patches. Let's just hope for BDO something major will happen. Alright, one more thing before we wrap up this video. We're going to go back and run Farid, the Rift boss, real quick, and I guess I'll call it for today. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the Termian Park thing. It's quote-unquote new. Well, the event is technically the same. What's new is they have a few different quests, or a few different dailies you do, which are, some of them are the same, some of them are new. It takes you a good like 5 to 10 minutes to do them all every day. At the end, what you save those blue pearl thingies for is the costume. It's one of those. It's one of these thingies actually. I got this like 2 years ago, but they have one. And then they have a new housing item that's just like interior decoration points. Oh yeah, speaking of that, there's one thing that they announced in the future. I don't know how close it is to being released, but it's like mansions. And I hope it's just a better housing system. Because right now, I think housing would be a pretty cool idea. Obviously, all games, all MMOs have housing of some sort. But it's like, right now, if you were to go check out some of the high-end houses in this game, it's really people just buying or pay-to-winning furnishings just to have some reward out of like a monopoly system of, I don't know. If you have a high enough points, there's some nodes you can collect, or like you can put workers on it. I don't really know. I don't understand it that well. But basically, if you look at someone's houses, it's just stacked items just to have interior points. It's not really decorating it to decorate it. But maybe with the mansion thing, if everyone can get it, people could actually check out everyone's houses who have it decorated real nicely. So I think that would be a cool thing, like for all the RPers out there, if you are decorating houses. And what am I doing? I was going to Farid. But yeah, right now, house decorating is kind of like, well, in the past like 6 years of this game, 5 years, 6, something like that, house decorating has never really been a highlight of this game. I think a lot of the housing furnishing stuff are actually really cool. I think people have done a really good job. When the few houses I've seen of friends and guildies who actually decorate their house, not for the points, but just because they like having a nice house kind of thing. I thought they did a really good job, but you know, ultimately it's not like a highlight thing in this house where people are like, oh cool, I can check out all these houses, all that stuff. No, sadly it's not how primary thing. But maybe with the upcoming mansions, I say upcoming, but I don't really know when or if. But yeah, I think if there's a lot of, in broad terms, things they should change in this game is revamp the entire PvP system. That means like take a year or something, look through all the classes, which is difficult because they come out with like a new class every 3 months, which is, with the way they know how to balance games, it's kind of sketch. I'm gonna be honest. I think if they came out with a new class like once a year, but it was actually properly tweaked, and like for example, if they came out with a class once a year, but the class came out with both Succession and Awakening on that time, and it was balanced, I think it'd be great. That's awesome. a lot of people would, well, they don't even sell coupons anymore, but I guess like the reason why they do it, I'm assuming, is because people like re-rolling to the flavor of the month, and they'll buy the costumes and all the stuff, which sure, they make more money at the cost of everyone's fun. So it affects new players and stuff more, because like a new player, they could say, oh, we have like 40 different classes in this game, cool. But it's almost like they want you to re-roll off your favorite class to play the flavor of the month. Quite honestly, that's just kind of sad. I really hope after this season, and they give everyone their Pen Kaposha stuff. Like, I know they have Pen Kaposha this. I think they have Belt, and this season everyone's getting their Pen Kaposha, which is basically a Tet Ogre. I really hope after this, they, like, sit down and think about it and be like, hey, I know we've boosted new players all the way to the, like, pretty much endgame. Like, if you're full Tet accessories, getting Tet armors and stuff is actually pretty easy. I remember a few years ago when I got full try gear, and I was super happy. And then, you know, like, I was actually really nervous about clicking for Tet because I was like, oh, can I get it back? And the answer was, like, I had to, like, prepare myself for it. Nowadays, people just click Tet. It's just, like, without a second thought. Well, I mean, I do that too, but still, like, that's how much the game has evolved over the years, where people just click it without really thinking. The only thing I really have to think about is, like, here, do I want to click this for pen on this stack? But even then, it's just like, whatever. I don't know. But anyway, that's pretty much it for me for today. Thanks for listening to my rant. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll see you guys tomorrow. I'll try to fix the camera thingy, actually. It's kind of dark, like, when I see it. So I'll try to do some post-editing. Oh, hold up. That just blurred a little bit. Let me fix that. Anyway, I'll try to fix it. So thanks so much for watching. I'll see you guys later.